there's a lot of those little intangible things that don't always show up on the stat sheet.
Hedo Turkoglu's checked in for Matt Barnes. Clippers leading by 9. Turkoglu outside. From outside the arc. Rivers again. Miller. Rivers passes to Turkoglu. Sinks the triple. Turkoglu's got 5 now.
You know, the first shot defense has been pretty good, but they've been getting beat way too often with the second and third chance.
Well, the good coaches always say defense doesn't end until you secure that rebound.
Los Angeles calls timeout. They defeated the Pelicans in their last game.
And with the type of defense they played that day, they were able to cause a lot of mistakes, Bart.
And you know exactly what that means. I mean, causing a lot of mistakes means cashing in on those turnovers.
So both teams making some changes here. Clippers leading by 10. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here.
You take a risk with those long passes. They're lucky the D couldn't collect it.
Paul, no one around him. And a little luck that time, but it drops. Paul's got 8 points in the quarter.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Here's Cousins. 3 seconds left. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
The Kings shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And over the course of the season, guys, they've shot a very respectable 78% from the line.
That's been one of the strongest aspects of this team this season. I mean, there have been very few off nights for them at the free throw line.
And here at the... The Kings trail by 11. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. Paul out there with Jones. And it's Barnes and the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Paul for 3. Good. Paul's got the lead up to 14 now for Los Angeles.
Just seems like they've given up far too many points from the three-point shot today. A lot of open looks out there.
I agree, Steve. The defensive rotations have been abysmal. It's been a real difficult game for him offensively, and it's costly.
Right wing. 6 to shoot. Here's Jordan. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It's on DeMarcus Cousins.
Shooting for Los Angeles.
DeAndre Jordan alongside Blake Griffin, maybe the best game dunker in the league. He has the ability to make spectacular plays every time he gets near the rim.
And for DeAndre Jordan, Clark, between his length and his leaping ability, you almost feel like he should be playing an 11-foot, 12-foot rim.
I tell you, when I've watched him play, there are times when it seems as though he's overwhelming that 10-foot basket. It really does look that way at times.
Boy, they are just destroying them in the paint.
You could say that again, Steve. The defenders just aren't aggressive enough down low.
Williams kicks to Gay. From outside, off the mark.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Clippers leading by 12.
Second team foul.
4th quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Now here's Paul. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jones for 3. Good, and Paul gets the assist. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And if their last 5 makes, all have been from long range.
Yeah, and the defense has not done a good job of pressing in and denying. I mean, they're hanging back, playing on their heels. They're not being the aggressors here, and the offense is taking advantage of it.
And Rudy Gay picks up the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Some changes for Sacramento. Landry comes in for Williams. And Miller subbed in for Stauskas. Paul against Miller. The drive by Paul.
You know, an interesting statement came from the mouth of CP3 last year when he mentioned that he feels that Allen Iverson was the most influential player ever. Interesting. Most probably would have said Jordan.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
Paul's been great. He has 14 points, and he's drained 3 3-point bombs so far.
Tell you what, he should not hesitate to keep firing from out there because he's got the touch tonight.
And that one's good. Paul's got 14 points now in the second half.
This is a fantastic performance in this half. He didn't play as well in the first, but you just know with this guy, he's always ready to turn it around.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. You know, for a player whose star shines as brightly as Blake Griffin, Steve, it seems there are a lot of naysayers regarding his game, although I think you and I would agree he expanded his game, certainly this past year.
Well, I can tell you this. I am not one of those naysayers because I think Blake Griffin was the 3rd best player in the NBA last year. The offensive expansion to his game, the post-game, the passing, the ball handling in transition. I mean, he is an amazing player, and he has gotten better and better every year.
And it's the Kings with the ball. They trail by 16. Second shot opportunity. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. .153 left to play in the final quarter. Here's Paul. Six on the shot clock. And that one hits back iron.
And you know, hey, anytime a player starts to get a lot of endorsements and TV spots, it puts him under the magnifying glass. You become a target. Other players see Blake Griffin on that pedestal, and they're not going to hesitate sometimes to try to take him down the peg.
And so here we go. We're just rolling along to the finish line in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Clippers.
Park the bench gave him a big lift in this game.
Yeah, you always like to see that, Kevin, when your reserves can perform and help you pull out a win.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Well, you look back at this one, and what an amazing performance this has been for Chris Paul. Every inch of the floor was his tonight as he came out and injected energy into every play that was made out there.
Now Griffin inside. Out of bounds, Sacramento will take possession.
And for Griffin, an all-star from his rookie season, the spotlight came early, but it hasn't taken away from his competitive drive. And I think the criticism he's faced, fair or not, will only spur him to greater heights.
Catching up on the changes for Sacramento. Evans, he's checked in for Landry. And Miller's subbed in for McCallum. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. And Miller with the block. They recover it. That's good from Paul on the assist by Jordan. And the Clippers lead by 18.
They got to feel pretty good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home floor.
Yeah, and just riding it out here now. I mean, they gave the fans what they wanted.
Yeah, he got whacked. Shouldn't be much debate on that one.
Yeah, that was as straightforward as it gets, guys.
That free throw, no good. And he can't hit the second. And here's Griffin. And stolen by Miller. Here's Caspi. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
I'd say that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, it sure did. A good job getting it started and a better job finishing it off.
A serious game-clinching run. They've taken off here. Impressive.
No backing off. What a surge at the right time.
So the Clippers winning this one easily. And this one was such a lopsided victory.
They never let up. They were full throttle from the start.
Well, that'll do it. For Doris Burke, Steve Kerr, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying so long. We'll see you next time. And as we leave, we give you our Jordan Player of the Game, Chris Paul.